the jogger thing. Up on the curb.
Yeah, I'll do. All right.
I bugged them. They were all tired, jet lagged from the flight. And I said, "Come on." You know?
These are the halls of residence for all the students in Liverpool.
Oops, sorry about that.
Are you recording this?
Oh yes, I am.
At one time they used to have a street lamp, which you could unscrew and take away. And there were so many stolen, so now they just paint her on the wall.
Yeah.
You know, to say that. But at least we've got a sign here. This is the beginning of Penny Lane. Penny Lane is just not one street. It's an old area where all the Beatles used to meet for when they were 14, used to meet the girlfriends, which we're going now to see, you know, the barber shop and the bus shelter and everything.
Is it, the song is it, huh?
Oh yeah, you could when I show you the signs,
We had a guitar. Penny Lane Records.
Yeah. I only got about 15 minutes left.
Yeah, slow down a little bit.
I wish I should have put a 2-hour tape in it. Fucked up.
This is scary.
We're gonna try.
bus shelter. Are we recording now? Yeah. That was the bus terminus. That was the bus shelter where they all used to meet there, and that is where they got their fish and finger pie.
Oh, right. I thought that was something dirty.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
But you see, this is the fish shop here.
Okay.
And if I'm taking, you know, if I'm with girls and say, what is fish and finger? Oh, I said, you get it here. But fish and finger pie is, you know.
Yeah, right.
Fuck it, I'll walk, you know.
Yeah.
If you go to the last bus,
What do you have to say there?
You know what we have to say? We know what finger fish pie now.
Yes, you got it from the source. And I can still smell it.
so that's where the
Fish and finger pie.
Jim's still good, man. Okay then, this is Paul McCartney's last residential house in Liverpool. I'll tell you a funny story. These are, but now you can buy them. These houses belong to the city of Liverpool, they're what they call corporation. But now they have a system that you can buy them, and a lot of people are buying them because they're really beautiful properties. The person who lives next to Paul is the same person who was living there when...
Oh, really?
Yeah. And he used to tell me, you know, fantastic stories. So I'll show you the house first. That's Lilac. That's, you know, if you could, you know, if moths eat your clothes, put that on the...
Really?
Paul's famous house.
Alright.
Yeah, see if it's
20?
the same guy. Yeah, number 20, yeah. Yeah, it's not the same person. The lady in the house here used to tell me strange stories, you know, that people used to come here and they used to knock on the door and they used to ask them, could they sit on the toilet and be photographed on the toilet? and the person here, they had a code that when Paul was arriving in Liverpool and he wanted to visit his family, he used to phone up the neighbour next door. The neighbour would go down to the drive, pick him up, take him round the back, and then they would have a ladder in the back garden and he would get in the house that way. And all the fans would know instinctively that Paul was here, see. So when Jim, who was Paul's father, came out and he said, look, he's gone home, he's not here. So they said, oh no, we know he's here. So what he used to tap on the wall, Paul would climb over the garden, stay in this house, and Jim would say, well, look, one of you can come in. And yeah, and he took him round the house. She'd come back and say, oh no, he's not in.
Oh.
So they'd all go then, and then Paul would climb back into the house again, you know.
That's great.
But in the peak of the time, they used to have sleeping bags and everything in the gardens.
Wow.
Here,
Unbelievable.
It was really crazy times, yeah.
Unbelievable.
But you can see how nice the house is.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
paint this picture of, you know.
Well, it's all wrong. It's the
Yeah.
you know the image we've got.
Yeah. It's not,
And this woman is so friendly. Yeah? If she comes at the door, she would invite you inside the house, and you can go and photograph the garden. You know, they're so friendly. Yeah.
There's somebody in the doorway there.
Well,
That's not bothering me.
usually.
No, they're vacuuming.
No.
Uh,
If they say usually, because I don't come, they usually open the door because they know, you know, I'm not looking a bit different than the
Yeah,
normal
right.
guys,
Hey, you don't have a funny hat on.
yeah. So get ready to pull up. Now you will have to get in as close as possible here. Okay, so you can mount.
yeah, that's good.
Oh, we can't get in through its buildings there. That was the original Quarry Bank School, but now times have changed. It's now known as a comprehensive. But you see here, they've got one little sign which says Quarry Bank, which is, you know, totally out. Mr. used to have the teacher, Mr. Pobjoy. He had a crazy name.
Pobjoy, right,
Pobjoy.
right.
Where does that head teacher Pobjoy, you know?
And what was the other one?
Chapman.
Oh,
Somebody called Chapman here. as
Dusty Durband or something like that, I remember.
Yeah. I think so. That's our Quarry Bank. Pity it used to be a lovely sign there, you know. Well, this is the famous house where Auntie Mimi virtually adopted John. You have to respect that you don't go into the garden because they get a bit fed up, especially with Japanese who go while they're eating, cooking, you know.
Especially since.
Now,
like,
part of the magic, they used to rehearse in the foyer there, yeah, in the little, you know.
Yeah.
And if you go across there, we're right opposite to where Paul McCartney, there's a golf course in between. So they used to cycle or walk across so they could either rehearse there, which Auntie maybe didn't like, but mainly they rehearsed in Paul's. And George at that time lived just down the road here as well, about 3 months ago. Now, a very interesting thing is that one of the tragic events which I blame for John's aggressive nature, that you remember the history of that his mother deserted him virtually, and he was brought up with Auntie Mimi, and then suddenly his mother reappeared and they were getting on together very well. That Julia came here, met Auntie Mimi, and John was in the house where Julia lived, and she walked from here to the bus stop just over the road there. You can't see it by the trees.